What's going on, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo, and welcome to what will be the final video, actually, of 2024 properly. So, actually, today's video is going to be unlocking the Dark Matter Camo in Black Ops 6 multiplayer. And yeah, if you've actually watched the last video, you will have seen that we got Dark Spine on all 33 base weapons. So today, now that we have all of those done, we're actually going to start going onto the Dark Matter challenge. As you can see right there, we can start doing it, and I've got to do it on all 33 of these weapons for this video. I'm going to give you a little montage like I did with the Dark Spine video, like I've done with some of my other videos in the past, just showing you a compilation of unlocking all of these Dark Matter unlocks. And once we do that, we'll get to the inspects, where I'll discuss the grind overall and my opinions on the camo, how to do the challenges, that kind of stuff I'll probably touch upon for once with this 4th mastery camo. But anyway, this is just kind of just to mark the beginning. It's the 25th of December today as I'm doing this, so just keep that in mind, and hopefully you're seeing this on the 28th. But with that being said, let's go get Dark Matter. Let's go. Okay guys, so now let's get to the weapon inspects. Okay guys, so now let's start off with the assault rifles and just work our way through each weapon like we obviously always do. We're not going to be showing the webcam on screen. If you're new around here, it's because it obscures the screen and kind of distracts you from the actual inspects and the lovely maps that we have here. Let's talk about this grind first, like the challenges and all that kind of stuff that goes into it, which is not something I normally do in these 4th final mastery camo videos. But the reason I'm doing it here is because this year we did actually get an individual challenge for each Dark Matter camo that you do on each weapon. In the past, if we're going really far back, it would have just been the challenges you had prior to the mastery camos, and then you would have just gotten gold on each weapon, and if you did that on every weapon, you got the second one, which was like the diamond equivalent, and then you would have got all 3 if you'd got the diamonds or golds on every weapon. But then obviously about a year or 2 ago, they started making actual challenges for the gold, diamond equivalent, and the 3rd equivalent camos, which I think was in MW2, and now we've got for the 4th mastery camo as well. So you don't just get it unlocked for doing the 3rd mastery camo. Now you have to do a challenge as well for the 4th final mastery camo. So it is very different to how it has been every other year, and I can see why they've done it, obviously, because this year it has been even more streamlined and even more accessible of a camo than any other year. I mean, they took away the whole level requirements for weapons now, so you can literally hop straight into camo grinding without having a certain amount of levels before you can unlock a camo pack, for example. I am kind of split on that. Part of me really likes that and thinks going forward forward, it's better for the grind to not have the whole levels interrupting. But part of me also finds that camos being easy is kind of bad, because now it's not really that prestigious, and the average schmoyo has got this camo. And if you were going around in MW 2019, the average person did not have Damascus, let alone Obsidian. And now I can go into lobbies and the average person has Diamond on their weapon, they have Dark Spine, or they have Dark Matter, and it does kind of suck in that regard. It doesn't feel that prestigious, but I have to say, some of these challenges do really kick you in the ass. Yesterday, when I was doing this grind, I damn near pissed everyone off in my house. I was that loud. I was like banging my table and swearing as loud as the fucking rooftops. It is ridiculous how tedious the grind is for this. This wants you to do 5 kills without dying 3 times on every weapon, apart from launchers, where the launchers will ask you to get 5 kills in a single game, which is so easy. You could technically do 15 of the kills in a single match and you'd get the Dark Matter immediately. And I'm so glad they did that, because honestly, if they had asked me to do 5 kills without dying 3 times with a fucking launcher, I would probably go off myself, not gonna lie. Because I've been trying to confine it into such a small time, I've got all these other stuff I'm trying to work on for the end of the year. It's become very stressful trying to get this done. For the average weapon, it's really not going to be that difficult. You just go on the face-off or the stakeout 24/7 lobbies, or if you don't have stakeout, go on racket 24/7, whatever it is, go on the really small maps and just run them in hardcore, and you'll get these bloodthirsties pretty easily, just with a bit of camping here and there. But then there's some classes that are going to be absolutely insufferable, and to name a few, we've got the melees, the snipers, also kind of the LMGs as well, because with the LMGs, I had to sit around quite a lot, and you might have seen this in the montage actually, which I hope you like, by the way. As you might have seen in a lot of those clips, I was sat around with a thermal scope, proned at the back of a map, being a little camping shit. And yes, I am not proud of it, and this game will make you lose all of your morals just to get it. But at the end of the day, game is game, and that was the only way I was going to get it, because honestly, the LMGs are so slow to pull out in close combat that I wasn't going to risk it. So I just sat at the back of the map and just killed people with thermal scopes, and that did it for me. I did that on Warhead, and I also did it on Nuketown, and I think I did it on Gala as well for some of them. But the LMGs weren't the worst of it. The snipers were absolutely god-awful. I mean, doing 5 kills like dying with a sniper is bad enough. And then I think also the melees were just horrendous. Like, the melees sucked, especially with the bat. You're having to decide whether do I go in core, so it's easier to get up close to people, but I have to 2-hit the fuck out of everybody, or do I go in hardcore where it's 1 hit, but I can't get near enough to the players in the first place. Like, you had that kind of issue with the baseball bats. Like, the melees weren't bad if you're talking about just the knife, but the baseball bat was insufferable, and it did take me a while. Honestly, I just ran hardcore stakeout and just went for it. I honestly just tried, and as far as like class setup, I had like 2 smokes on, so I think you do have to have the tactical expert wildcard on your class so you can carry 2 of those smokes. So I was throwing smokes down occasionally, just running around as fast as possible and trying to hit as many people as possible. And by the way, for that, you'll actually want double time perk on as well, so you can actually increase the length of your tactical sprint and how fast you can run. That's all you can really do. If you go slow and strategic, which is something you're probably doing with all the other weapons for the bloodthirsties, you'll actually find that doesn't work for the baseball bat, because people get enough time to kill you. So you're going to want to run around as much as possible with the melees. For the snipers, you will have to camp a bit. If you need to, go on Nuketown. That worked really well for me. But also you can do it on stakeout. If you just camp the sites of the kitchen, you can actually get those done. It's going to be hardcore for the majority of weapons, apart from snipers. So the first and the third sniper, so the 2 bolt action snipers, do those in core, because it's a 1-shot weapon. Don't go in hardcore for the bolt actions. You're only kicking yourself in the ass for that. But you can obviously do the second sniper in hardcore, because it is 2-shot or it's a semi-auto. With melees, do the knife, preferably in core, because it's 1 hit, but do the baseball bat in hardcore and just honestly go all in for that one. Some of these are going to be dependent on attachments. There are just some weapons that need certain attachments to improve them. If you're going to be sitting back with the thermal scopes, you will want a long barrel on, something to increase the damage range. And if you're using a weapon that typically has a slower reload, you'll want to be opting in for the fast mags. And let's say if a weapon doesn't have enough ammo in their primary and it requires a lot of reloading, which could tamper with the 5 kills, you'll want to put on the extended magazines for some weapons. At the end of the day, despite all the rage and how annoying this shit is, I think this is just a beautiful camo. Now, I have to say, I really love it, don't get me wrong, but I've seen this before. This is literally Dark Ether. I'm not even being funny. This is just Dark Ether with Black Ops 4's Dark Matter's sparks on it whenever you fire the weapon. It's really not a new revolutionary camo. We've seen this before. When you go in the dark, it has more blue tones to it, so it looks a bit more like dark matter from Black Ops 3. So it's really just kind of a rehash of all the types of dark matter camos, apart from Cold War's DM Ultra, which is dark matter Ultra, isn't anything like this at all, obviously, but it's nice. It definitely glows in the dark. I think if anyone is seeing this for the first time, then obviously you're going to love it. But at the end of the day, you know, the calm after the storm, all that rage, all that anger, all that annoyance, the frustration of doing these challenges, it paid off to sit in these lovely, calm, quiet little games and inspect them. I always love that. It's quite therapeutic after all that. So I had a lot of fun, regardless of sweats, broken spawns, and teammates. Teammates are a huge issue in this grind, because if you're doing this in hardcore, your teammates are going to be killing you a lot, and it's very fucking annoying, especially when you get to your 4th kill or your 3rd kill, and you're killed by a teammate. It's the worst feeling on earth, but that's dark matter for all 33 weapons in Black Ops 6. As far as actually other grinds, I'll probably be doing zombies for sure, because zombies does have its own grind as well. I'm not doing the Abyss grind for Warzone. No, you can go to hell, I'm not doing that. That is abysmal, but I will definitely do the zombies grind as well. I've completely forgotten the name of it actually, but you know which one I'm on about. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like on the video, leave me a comment if you want to help with the algorithm, and other than that, thanks once again, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys.